Hello, this video is going to be about the rights and freedoms of Canadian citizens. You may use this as part of your citizenship studies. So let's get started. The Canadian rights and freedoms. Canada has a list of rights and freedoms that was created to ensure that all citizens are treated equally and can experience everything a democratic country has to offer. So let's begin with our freedoms. First, we have the freedom of conscience and religion. Conscience just meaning thinking. And you have the right to follow and think about all of the ethical and moral values that are important to you. We also have the right to choose any religion or to choose no religion at all. Next, we have the freedom of thought, belief, opinion, expression, and speech. So you are free to think about, believe, express your opinion related to any topic of your choice. You can also speak or write about your opinions. The only exceptions are threats and inciting hate. So for example, I am welcome to say, I do not like the mayor of Regina, for example. However, I cannot say, I want to hurt the mayor of Regina because I think she is a bad person. That is a threat to harm and is not okay. Next, we have the freedom of peaceful assembly. This means people can gather together to protest if they so choose. They may be wanting to get attention related to a particular topic that's bothering them. They may want the government to change or add a law. They may be fighting for employees' rights at work. So you are free to gather together as long as the protests are peaceful. It is illegal to have violent protests. Okay, we also have the freedom of association. This meaning that all people are free to form or be a part of any organizations that interest them. However, these must be legal groups or organizations. So for example, you are not free to join a violent gang. That is illegal to commit violence in any form, and especially related to a gang. But any legal group or organization, you are free to join at any time. We have democratic rights, which includes the right to vote or run for office if we choose to do so. You are not forced. It is not compulsory that you vote in all elections, but you are encouraged to do so. We have mobility rights. Mobility meaning movement. So we are free to move around Canada and work in any part of Canada that we so choose. Next, we have legal rights, which includes several things. First, if you are ever arrested or charged, you have the right to a lawyer. Next, people are considered innocent until they are proven guilty in a court of law. You also have the right to a fair trial, and our legal rights include not being tortured in any form or given unreasonable punishment. So you will never be tortured or hurt by police or in a prison. And if you are, those responsible can be charged because that is not legal. We also have something called habeas corpus, which means that you must be told of the reason why you are being held, detained. So you cannot be arrested by police and put in a jail cell without being told the reason. It must be explained to you. Next, we have equality rights. So people of all cultures, all religions, all ages, men, women, we all have the same rights and laws in Canada. Next, we have Indigenous peoples' rights. So the Indigenous peoples were the first groups of people to live on this land that we now enjoy. The Indigenous groups include First Nations, Métis, and Inuit. Treaties were signed many years ago, and those treaties must be followed and respected, as well as the cultural practices and rights of our Indigenous people. We have official language rights. The two official languages of Canada are English and French. You have the right to use English or French for any federal services, and possibly that will be offered for some provincial services as well. Most cities and some towns also offer education in both languages. Last, we have multiculturalism. Multi meaning many cultures. So Canada is made up of people from around the world. All immigrant groups are encouraged to keep their culture, keep your cultural dress, your celebrations and holidays, and your language. Just remember, this does not extend to things that may be legal or accepted in your home country, but are illegal here. And some examples of that are abuse of any kind. So all abuse is illegal in Canada. So even if it's okay to hit your children, for example, in your country, that will not be tolerated here. Male dominance, meaning men having more rights or having control over women, is not acceptable here. Any form of female genital mutilation, which is cutting of a girl's genitals, is not permitted in any form in Canada. underage marriage is not permitted in Canada, and polygamy, meaning marrying more than one spouse. In some countries, it is legal to have several wives. In Canada, it is not legal. Okay, so let's do a quick review. So Canada's freedoms include freedom of conscience and religion, the freedom of thought, belief, opinion, expression, and speech, the freedom of peaceful assembly, and the freedom of association. We also have a set of rights. Those include democratic rights, mobility rights, legal rights, equality rights, Indigenous peoples' rights, official language rights, and multiculturalism. I hope you found that explanation of our rights and freedoms useful, and thank you for watching.